So right now in Delaware, we all know that our Second Amendment rights are under attack. So law-abiding citizens like me, they want to take my rights and your rights. It's going to cost you upwards of $500 because now you got to get extra training. Now you have to get extra background checks. Why? All they're trying to do is create a barrier between us, good citizens, exercising their Second Amendment rights, and we are not going to take it.
In this building, patriots came together and they said, we're going to stand against tyrannical government. And it's for that reason that we're here today. We have the government doing the same thing today. Let me ask you a question with what's happening right now. Do you feel free? No! I don't feel free either, and we should be free. And we need to harness the spirit of the people in that building who declared independence, who stood up for freedom, stood up for their rights, and were proud and brave patriots.
As a taxpayer, I'm here because I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted at how we've gotten away from the core principles of life that allowed us to be where we are today. Laws don't stop people from being violent. If you could stop a crime by writing a law, how about we just outlaw violence? There's no such thing as gun violence. Words are very powerful. When you hear assault weapon, mass shooting, these words are powerful. This is why they use them. They do not care about us. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They have an agenda, and the agenda is fear.
How do I protect myself? I had no access to a gun. As I remember the moment that his fist contacted my face for the first time, the pain shook me. I went numb. The fight got ugly. It seemed to never end. I remember his hands around my throat, not being able to breathe. As I struggled, I remember begging him to take my life and not the kids. Just take me, leave them alone. I woke up 4 days later from a coma. Didn't know who I was, where I was, or what happened. After being told that I lost my unborn child and that the other kids were fine and unharmed, I spent weeks learning how to talk, learning how to walk, how to regain my strength. That if I had access to a weapon, he would not have been able to come across that living room to attack me.
That's right.
He would have never been able to get to the kids upstairs.
We are committed to rising up so that our voices will be heard. We are women who believe that we have a right to defend ourselves and our families. The laws that we have on our books right now are not being enforced, and yet we somehow are being led to believe that creating new laws that restrict lawful gun owners are going to help curb gun violence. Gun control makes the vulnerable more vulnerable. The permit to purchase requirements cripple lower income families by making them even more vulnerable, because then gun ownership is reserved only for those who can afford it. And we believe it's right that we be able to defend ourselves. Most of us are weaker than a potential attacker. So the only equalizer is a firearm. And the fact is, if that's taken from us, our right to defend ourselves is taken from us as well.
The permit to purchase a handgun is simply registration. And registration is a precursor to confiscation. So let's ask the survivors of the Holocaust, let's ask survivors who escaped from Cuba, like my grandfather, or let's ask people who escaped socialism in Venezuela, how that worked out for them. And then you have large capacity magazine bans. What does that do? It empowers criminals, and it strips law-abiding citizens like you and me of our right to defend ourselves. Because God forbid someone break into your house, and oh no, the Democrats say you can't have large capacity magazines. Well, what are they bringing in? Probably a larger capacity magazine that you can have in your house. Keep coming out. Hopefully they'll listen to us. I say we go to their houses and start banging pots and pans until they decide to listen to us.
Part of tyranny is they don't want us armed.
That is what they really, really want the law-abiding citizens to have to go through this. We all know the statistics. The statistics are that if crooks want guns, they're going to get guns. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're unaffiliated. You're a patriot or you're not. Okay? Patriots can unite behind this.
Anti-gun legislators now hold majority and supermajority of our General Assembly, so this is what we're going to do. Not only are we going to keep doing this, but next time, we're not just stopping at Facebook. You know how they get elected? They door knock. You know how we're going to make sure they never get elected again? We are going to come back in here with 5-10 times the amount of people, and we are going to door knock in their districts and tell the people that elected them what they do. And they better take a look at the women to my right and to my left. Senator Kyle Evans Gay, you made a huge mistake.